Hello, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Gray here, ready to read to you Chapter 4 in the story Don't Sit on My Lunch, written by Abby Klein. I'd like to thank Scholastic for allowing me to read these chapters to you. Let's go ahead and think about what happened at the end of Chapter 3. Remember, Susie and Freddy were in an argument, and Dad had to be the referee and send Susie to her room for a 10-minute misconduct penalty. Does anybody know what that means? Well, in the game of hockey, when someone does something that is not a team player in the game, they have to go sit in the penalty box and take a timeout. So that is where Dad had sent Susie. Now, today's chapter, Chapter 4, is titled 10-Minute Misconduct. Let's read to find out what the 10-minute misconduct means in the story today. The next day in the cafeteria, Max elbowed his way in between me and Jessie again, and this time I couldn't get my lunch out of the way fast enough. "Hey, watch it," I said. "Your big booty is squishing my bologna sandwich." "No, you watch it, shrimp," he snapped. Then he bounced up and down on my lunch a few more times before handing it back to me. "I think this belongs to you." "Well, that wasn't very nice," Chloe said. "Your mother needs to teach you some manners, Max." "And your mother needs to teach you to stop talking so much," Max replied. I slowly peeked in my lunch bag. My bologna sandwich was a gushy mess. My chocolate chip cookies were all crumbs, and my cherry tomatoes now looked more like ketchup. Yuck! "What's it look like?" Robbie asked. "Like a dog threw up," I said. "Here, I can share my sandwich with you," he said, handing me half of his turkey and Swiss. "Thanks," I said. Turkey isn't exactly my favorite, but I couldn't really be picky at a time like this. Max turned to Jessie. "When did you say those hockey tryouts were?" "Why do you care?" she asked. "Because I'm going to try out." I almost choked on my sandwich. Actually, Robbie's sandwich. "You?" Jessie said, pointing at Max and laughing. "You're going to try out?" "Yeah, me. What's so funny about me playing hockey?" "You may be a good skater, but hockey is a team sport. You have to work together with other people to score the goals. You can't just be a puck hog." "That's why I like to do ballet," Chloe interrupted. "I don't have to worry about anybody but myself. I get to be the star." "You can't always be a star in hockey," Jessie continued. "You depend on your teammates a lot." "Then that is definitely not the sport for me," Chloe said, pointing to her red painted fingernails at herself. "Besides, I like things that are more elegant and sophisticated. Hockey is so piggish." "And you wouldn't want to chip your nail polish," Jessie said, smiling. "Well, that's true. A good manicure costs $15, you know." "Be quiet already about your nails," said Max. "No one cares." "You're not allowed to say be quiet," Chloe whined. "Oh, yeah? You want to do something about it?" Max asked, leaning over the table, shaking his fist in her face. Chloe shook her head and went back to eating her sushi. "I didn't think so." He turned back to Jessie. "I know how to play on a team," Max said. "I played on the after-school basketball team." "And you hogged the ball the whole time," Jessie said. "You never passed the ball to your teammates. Hockey is about passing the puck around. In fact, you do not get points for making a goal. You also get points for making an assist." "What's that?" Max asked. Well, if you pass the puck to someone and that person makes a goal, then you get a point for the assist. You get points for helping someone else? The only person Max helps is himself, Chloe said, waving a chopstick in the air. The next thing she knew, Max grabbed the chopstick and broke it in half. Now, how am I going to finish my sushi with only one chopstick? Chloe sniffed. You're so mean, I'm telling on you. Miss Becky, she called. Miss Becky, the lunch helper, came over. Yes, Chloe, is something wrong? First, Max sat on Freddy's lunch. Then he told me to shut up. And now he broke my chopstick. I think he should have to go eat at the timeout table. Come on, let's go, Max, Miss Becky said, marching him to the timeout table. Hey, Max, I know one thing in hockey you would be really good at, Jessie called after him. Oh, yeah, what's that? Sitting in the penalty box, Jessie said. You're already an all-star. All right, boys and girls, that's the end of chapter 4. Tomorrow's chapter starts with the title Goals and Guacamole. I wonder what goals and guacamole have to do with the chapter. We'll read to find out tomorrow. Have a great day, boys and girls.